Hello trader, I'm going to do a complete multi-time frame analysis on gold. Let's see what kind of trading opportunity currently we have in this instrument. As with the new weekly and daily opening tomorrow, we can see significant trading opportunity on gold. Now, before we discuss how we can trade, let's look at bigger picture, looking at the monthly time frame to see overall picture in the market. Now, from the bigger picture perspective, gold is a long-term bearish market. If we look at this monthly resistance here, we see that gold from this resistance zone there is a strong rejection towards the downside with this monthly long bearish engulfer followed by a middleman which is a bearish continuation pattern. And this month so far we have seen that once the market opened initially the price has tested the high, has come back down again, and we saw that the price tested the lower week of the monthly candle exactly at 50% of this imbalance zone and then had a rejection. Now with the rejection, what I think that in the beginning of this month we could see some bullish move for pullback purpose. Now if you look at this monthly impulse we can expect now a pullback to the upside, and what I think that from the monthly perspective, we might see gold either testing this support, which is turning resistance, and then we can expect a rejection from that zone to the downside towards its long-term direction. Now, if we look at the weekly time frame, we can see this is the weekly candle just has closed, and there is a significance in this candle. If we look at, we can see that this candle has a narrow body, and we also this candle has grabbed liquidity from the support level, has gone up, and which has a long wick at the top. What I think that as we see the bulls slowly coming up in the market on the weekly, we might see this week also another attempt from the buyers to fill that zone, as we are expecting from the monthly perspective to come back to the support here from the weekly as well, which is turning resistance here. And also this is a liquidity zone, as you can see there's a weekly doji turning here as a resistance. And what I think that in the market opening we could see initial pullback to this liquidity zone here where there is a weekly doji and weekly opening and closing, and we can expect gold to have another bullish journey to the upside. Now, if we look at the daily, what do you see that from the daily perspective, it was in a long-term downtrend, and we saw with this liquidity gap from the daily perspective, gold change its long-term uptrend to a long-term downtrend, creating series of lower high and lower low along this zone. Now, what we saw that with this downtrending market structure, gold from the daily created series of lower high. In that zone, we saw long week candle, including this doji, along with this 20 EMA. From that zone, we saw that gold has a strong breakdown. Now, if we look at the structure, what I think that as you can see, once the support is broken from the daily along the zone, we can expect gold to now go ahead and test this level. This is the resistance line also aligning with this weekly support down resistance. What I think that this week we might see gold might remain locally bullish to the upside to test this level here, this support down resistance along with this trend like this resistance. What I think that gold might remain bullish, create a long weak candle for longer term drop to the downside. So from the lower time frame perspective, we could see that gold is moving to the upside, as we see from the daily here as well. We see a potential inverted head and shoulder. Buyers might find it very useful to buy in that zone. So looking at further lower time frame from the intraday perspective, we see that gold with these back-to-back two long week candles during the NFP, we have seen this break to the upside, and this is a strong bullish movement. And what I think that gold highly likely that we could see a pullback to the downside, and then we can expect gold to continue to move to the upside. So looking at 1 hour chart to see how gold is doing, we see that gold from the 1 hour perspective, there is a massive movement to the upside during the NFP and has come down for deeper pullback later. And we see this 1 hour 20 EMA and 10 a.m. as separating from each other along the zone. This is where I will be waiting for potential trading opportunity. As soon as you see that gold has broken down, grab liquidity from the zone, giving us a potential trading opportunity. I'll consider going long with a high probability trade setup with our students. Now, if you find value in this analysis, then smash the like button and also leave a comment below. Let me know which way you are trading gold. Thank you. I'll see you soon in my next analysis.